Disagree.
What? I was a good boy.
He was a good boy, apparently.
Crustaceans.
Crustaceans. Like using crustaceans.
I asked you guys to leave some assumptions about me in the comments, and you definitely left some interesting comments. And no, I usually don't do videos like this, but I just hit 20,000 subscribers, so I really want to do something different. So thank you so much. I'm scared. And I also have my wife with me here, and we both have signs that says agree or disagree. So whenever I read an assumption, we will put up the signs to see if we agree on it. Alright, let's get into it. I assume you're an actual Viking that traveled here from the year 800, discovered fancy books, and decided to stay.
Agree.
What? So no, actually the Viking name only comes from because I'm from Scandinavia. But pretty close. I assume you're the sort of guy to recommend books to random people at bookshops because you want to share your passion.
Disagree. He doesn't.
I don't know.
I've never seen him go to a random person and recommend a book.
Okay, I wouldn't go to a random person, but whenever I see people reading fancy books in public, I get really excited, but no, I probably wouldn't do that exactly. I assume you're the kind of guy that creates a giant TBR for others, not to mention, I just pre-ordered the 11th cycle. This is so true, or at least I take pride in if people actually add books to their TBR after they read my book, or after I recommended books. I assume you were always the kid in school to do your homework diligently.
As far as I know.
I was a good boy.
He was a good boy, apparently. So he tells me.
I'm a bad boy now. I assume you'd rather stay in than go out to a party. I have to disagree with this one because I don't go to that many parties, but when I'm invited, I'll definitely go to one.
You're not a crazy partier, and if we go to a party, it's usually like a not too big group of people, and there's a lot of like chatting and board games and stuff like that. So the parties aren't crazy. If it was a crazy party, then you'd probably rather stay in.
Definitely. I like chill parties. I assume you're a big family guy. I mean, I have 3 sisters. I'm not sure if that counts as big family. What is this? While it would be natural to assume you prefer tea or whiskey to coffee, the true assumption is that you only partake in mead composed of the blood of your enemies and the dreams of crustaceans sprinkled.
Crustaceans.
Crustaceans.
Crustaceans. Like using crustaceans. Crustaceans.
Crustaceans sprinkled with the ashes of wishful thinking. Oh man, that was a mouthful. Yes. Yes, I agree.
He does like coffee though.
I am a big fan of coffee. I assumed for a while that you and the guy from Cash in the Words were the same person, or at least related. Yes, me and Jay, we are brothers. No, that's obviously a joke, but we do kinda look a bit similar, I do get that.
Well, I've never met Jay, and I've met my husband, so.
Jay, we should meet up. You are Captain in Words Echo Fighter. What are these comments?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I assume you haven't read many genres outside of fantasy. I would disagree.
Yeah, I disagree, but I mean lately I would agree. Like, once you got into fantasy, you've not read a lot of stuff outside of fantasy.
Yeah, that's very true. I almost only read fantasy now, but I have read a lot of different genres, and yeah, definitely love with fantasy. I assume you have not read even half of the books that are on your bookshelves. Strong agree. I mean, it's impossible to keep up at the moment, but to be honest, I have read a lot of the books on my shelves, but yeah, probably at least half of them are unread, unfortunately. Susanna, she does a better job at reading the books she actually owns.
I don't own as many books as him, so.
I assume you're slightly obsessed with Norse mythology. Disagree. This is actually maybe more related to Susanna.
Yeah, I'm a bit more obsessed with Norse mythology and folklore, so yeah.
She literally wrote her master's dissertation about a fairy's folklore, so there you go. But I do appreciate mythology, but I'm not obsessed. I assume you don't own a TV. No, just kidding. Disagree. We do own a TV and we use it probably every day, but we maybe don't watch as much TV as some people do. You like smoked fish in a can. I'm not sure if I've tried smoked fish in a can, but I do like smoked fish. Like smoked salmon is some of my favorite.
Salmon.
She's being harsh today. You don't like horror films, but do like rom-coms. Strong disagree. Both of us, we quite like horror films, and rom-coms are probably my least favorite genre of movies. Do you like rom-coms?
I have to be like in a very specific mood to enjoy a rom-com. But I do find, I personally find that a lot of them are very similar. But there are a few handful that I'm like, oh, I quite like that. But usually it's because I like the actors. So.
But to be fair, most of horror movies are quite bad, so. You own a sword. I wish I did, but I don't own a sword. Do you want to buy me one? Okay, maybe don't send me a weapon to my door, please. My assumption is that you are a cat person. Ooh, strong disagree. I'm definitely a dog person. I love dogs so much, but I have allergies, so there's very few breeds that I actually can own. We don't own a dog currently, but maybe someday. But yeah, definitely not a cat person.
I'm just gonna add that even today he saw a cute baby and he said, oh, that baby looks really cute because it reminds me of a puppy.
That is taken out of context. You don't like to talk negatively about books, so you say you enjoy every book. That is harsh. Do you even watch my videos or read my Goodreads reviews? I've just left two 2-star reviews on Goodreads. I definitely try to be honest, so yeah. Hopefully I don't come across as a person that loves every single book. You can't actually read, and all of this is a lie. Tell the truth, let the people know. Well, but I agree. I can't read. Does this say agree? Yeah, I think this says agree.
I think it's now to tell you guys that I actually read all the books for him. I'm his personal audiobook.
It's time to tell you guys now that I'm actually not real. No, just kidding. So you assume I'm a fun people pleaser. Fun please. God. People.
Can I read it? I love when people write stuff. Okay, I'm going to read this comment specifically as it's written. Fun, people pleasure probably. Loves your wife so much. OFC. Extrovert and introvert at the same time. Probably people pleaser is what it's meant to say. Can I answer this? He is not a people pleaser. Like, not that he's mean, but like, he will say things as they are. And if there's an issue, he is probably out of us two least scared to like complain or say that there's an issue. So he's definitely not a people pleaser. And I do believe that you do love your wife. I think you're a tiny bit more of an possibly, very even in extrovert and introvert.
I love that it says I'm a people pleasure that loves your wife very much.
Maybe it just means you give people pleasure.
Ooh. I hope it's the recommendations that give you pleasure, okay? Your friends and family don't know about your YouTube channel. Well, this is actually interesting. It's a disagree. I am very open about it now, but this one is kind of funny because I crossed more than 11,000 followers on Instagram before I actually even told my family about libraryofaviking. They definitely know this now, but I kept it a secret for almost a year, so yeah. And it was actually her idea, but that's a story for another day. I assume that you love pineapple on pizza, as all decent people do. I am an anomaly here because I actually don't hate pineapple pizza, but I don't love it either. But if I do get pineapple on pizza, I will eat it happily, but it's not like something I've ever ordered. So yeah, you can actually be in the middle when it comes to pineapple on pizza. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I mean, I only like pepperoni pizza, so apparently I'm not a decent person, sadly.
That's very true. She loves pepperoni pizza. Alright, that's all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed this very different video. Thank you so much, Susanna, for participating once again. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for 20k. I can't believe I reached this milestone in a bit more than a year. It absolutely blows my mind. I really, really appreciate it. And I also want to give a special thanks to my patrons who really support what I do here. It makes a huge difference and it allows me to do what I do here. So thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video. Play the outro.